Hi there and welcome to Knit with Hannah. I'm Hannah, I'm here with Knitting Natter to help you knit with ease, confidence and joy. And today we are knitting cables with different colours. Exciting stuff. This tutorial is actually filmed from 5 years ago. It was a question, you can see that a bit better there. It was a question that someone had inside the original membership back in 2019. So how do I knit a cable a different colour to the background? You can do this in a scarf, you could even do it in a necklace or a choker. You can have this like a bracelet like I have done. I'm actually filming this in the tutorial from the original pattern that I created. I don't know where that pattern is. It's somewhere. I will try and find it and it will be available somewhere, and I will share the links for that in the description probably later in the year, because I am going to do more information and more tutorials about colour knitting, and it will probably be in with them. But you get the tutorial here on YouTube, gives you the techniques and just shares how we start this. And I mean, that's what you need. If you are looking for this kind of tutorial, it's probably because you already have a pattern and you want to do this. But this is how you do it. Let's get on with the tutorial. It's filmed with an iPod Touch five plus years ago, and I have upgraded as much as I can the video quality, and I think it looks pretty good. So I hope you're going to like this. It's YouTube tutorial now for knitting cables, the Intarsia technique in different colours to the background. We're going to knit the mug cozy with two colours of yarn here, and we've got the purple, which we're going to use to knit the cable, and we've got a small ball I've created. This is about 10 grams, if that, of yarn that I've taken off of the top, the outside of the ball that I've got here, and I've just wound that up into a ball so we can use that alongside the purple and the original yarn that I cast on with. I've cast on and I've knitted the first set of knitting instructions, which is cast on and knit 6 rows of 1 by 1 rib, which I've done. Good going. Now we come to the cable pattern, which is set out here, and I've just circled the bits which are going to be purple. That is the cable pattern. It's the knit 6 in the middle. Let's start that row then, and we're going to have yarn coming at us from all sides because we need the blue and the blue on the outside and the purple on the inside. We are going to have 3 knit stitches, a purl 1, and then we get to the purple. Now, as this is the first row, you just introduce it and you start knitting with it. So bring it in from the back there and just start knitting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we need to introduce the blue on the other side, the second part of the border. So we have purl 1, knit 2 together, knit 1, knit 2, and that's just decreasing the number of stitches. That explains it on the top here. Okay, so we now have even number of stitches. We've got 4 on each side and the 6 in the middle for the cable. And we're now going to go backwards. So this is the first bit, that's the middle, and then that's the last bit on this row. Now this is where, when you're knitting Intarsia, your strands can get twisted. You can already see that's twisting over. So I could move them into the right places now, or I can leave it a few rows and then untwist them. I tend to do that because if I'm careful, I can change the needles in the right direction and I won't have to do it so often as I think I might. So the second row is knit 4. And then we get to the purple. I'm just going to move it out of the way so you can see this properly. Okay, so this yarn is at the back. So what do? We have purl 6 coming up next, so we move it to the front as if we're about to purl with it, but we don't purl with this one. We move that over the top of the purple and bring the purple underneath that yarn, And this is how you can even it out all the way through your knitting. Always draw the second colour underneath the previous yarn. And we're going to knit 6. And now we're going to knit. So we need to draw this one to the back and this one to the back. And this pale blue is going to come underneath that purple one. And we are going to bring that purple back and knit with, oh no, we're not going to bring that back, we're going to move that over there again. We're going to knit 1, 2, 3, 4. So now, whether you like it or not, you're going to see the purple as it joins here. You're going to struggle to have it connected otherwise. Let me just show you. 1, 2, 3, purl 1. And now we're going to knit 6. So we're going to bring that back over and around. And we're going to bring it underneath the pale blue. You're going to see it a little bit, but it's not that much. And 1, 2, 3. Now, this is the third row, so I should have been cabling. So I will cable. Okay. So we have 3, hold it to the back. 1, 2, 3. And then knit 3 from the cable needle. 1, 2, 3. And now we need to do the same thing with this second half of the blue, and that is bring that blue yarn underneath the purple before we start to knit with it. So the purple is sitting to the left, the long yarn of blue is sitting to the right, and we start knitting with it. So it's just twisting where the colours join. It's going to feel a bit awkward as you start. Now, these are the 2 strands that we started using these different colours a few rows ago. Now, I'm just tightening that up, not too much so the stitch is hidden, but do not panic about these yet. We will be weaving these in at the end of the whole project, and you don't have to worry about knotting them or weaving them in as you go or anything like that, because they're separate colours and you're going to be using different colours as you go. It's a small piece as well. It's much better off if you weave it in at the end rather than now. Okay, right, let's continue. And let's continue once I've sorted out my yarn a bit. The best thing to do is to not let so much of this yarn out before you start. Now, the other option is to use yarn balls, and this is one of the best reasons to use yarn balls, so that it doesn't get mixed up, just flying around on the table. If you use yarn balls, you can actually move them much more easily as you go. But it didn't take long. That was 3 rows in, boom, done. So I'm going to carry on with the next row. That is knit 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring that needle, that yarn to the front because I'm about to do a purl stitch. Pull that over to the left, pull the purple one underneath, that's sitting to the right, and start purling. So these 2 are crossing over as I start knitting. And that means that these colours are interwoven right at the join of colour. And again, we have a knit stitch next. So this blue from the original ball here has to sit at the back as I'm about to knit it. And I pull it underneath the purple yarn See that? Purple is going over the top to the left. Blue is pulling out underneath to the base. And I now knit 1 and I purl 3. Sorry, I knit 4 again. 1, 2, 3. Now, let's just take a look at that. They are interwoven. They are touching each other. You can see that there. I do hope you enjoyed that tutorial. This is nice and cozy. It's a pretty cold day here. I have the window open because it's summer and I just want some air in, but it's raining. I've got splashing going on with any cars going past, so I hope that's not too noisy for you in the background here. Yeah, so this is the kind of thing, this tutorial is what the members see before you do. So if you want to join the membership on YouTube here, then you will see the videos before YouTube general video is out and about, so you get these early. Also, July and August, every other month, I'm doing Q&A sessions. So if you have questions for me and you would like some answers about your knitting, about my knitting, about anything, share your photos, share your patterns and anything that you can't figure out but you'd like me to help you with, then all of those things go into a Google form, easy for you to get to, easy for you to fill in, and it's just an opportunity for you to get an in-depth answer from me rather than you would in a YouTube comment. Just I would answer it without seeing the full depth of your experience as a knitter. So that's something you'll get inside the membership. So do consider that if you would like to get to know other knitters as well in a closer tight-knit group. You see what I did there? So something else that you might like to do. Big thank you to the members who are already in there. You're helping support the channel, and I'm so excited to work with you and knit with you moving forward as a smaller community, just like we knit in a larger community here on YouTube. YouTube is so massive. So I thought if we could just find a group space that would make it easy for us to communicate and have some fun with our knitting, then that's what I was going to do. So YouTube membership has started. Do get in there if you can. You have 2 exclusive videos. You have an exclusive video about works in progress, about knitting in general every month. And then obviously you have the Q&A as well. So do go and join that if you would like to. Thanks for being here today, and do enjoy your colour knitting. There is more colour knitting coming over the year, including the knit along, and I've already been sharing that probably by the time you come to this video, but there is still time to jump in, I'm sure. And yeah, we'll definitely have fun with that together. Thanks so much for joining me. Bye for now. Happy knitting.